Hello everyone, welcome back to Fridays with xhu98. I'm back. Yeah, it's been a while. Hope you guys are doing well. I was yawning a little bit at the beginning, so um, today's kind of funny because I actually just came into college, so I was a little bit excited earlier. But yeah, it's another Friday stream. So today, what we're going to do is actually something that's funny. And now, some of you guys pointed out, Green Player just followed. Lol. Now, some of you guys may have noticed that it says xhu98's 2K. If you take a close look at player boxes, and that's why it's funny because I'm reviewing a game from 2 years ago. Actually, this dates back like a long time ago because I reviewed a game like this. So today what we're going to do is basically we're going to review our first review. Chain Dude, go, welcome. New to Twitch, new to online-go.com. Thank you for joining. So some of you guys might not know this, but this was my very first review on OGS, and it's quite the story. Pathogenix was still one of the moderators. He played a game with me, and he asked me if I could provide some review to it. So I said yes, why not, right? I was on summer break, nothing else I would do. So I just did, I did a really detailed review like this. I even labeled like variation 11 and move 11. So it's so, it was a long time ago. I cannot imagine myself doing this again. It's kind of sad because sometimes people ask me for review requests, or like can they play a game with you, and recently I kind of had to turn that down because I've been pretty busy, and it's a little bit sad because I can't return to the good old one review at a time schedule. But I remember reviewing was on the demo board was my primary passion back then, and I remember Pathogenix was very happy about the review. So I was chosen as one of the people who maybe like contribute a little bit more to the review department, and that's how I became a moderator. And it's quite a long story, but a lot of things happen between now and then. And so this week I actually looked at my review of that game. I was like, wow, what am I telling Pathogenix here? So today for the lecture, I just want to do a review of my own first review. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. Now this was quite a long time ago. Obviously, I was playing as white, and Pathogenix was playing as black. I think I got the 6.5 Komi detail correctly. But by the way, if you guys are here, please feel free to ask questions. Okay, 6 people just dropped out of the stream the moment I announced what this is going to be. Wow. Okay. So yeah, if you are new, please feel free to follow as always. It's great to see you guys back. So yeah, I play as white. And black started with this opening, and I remember I was this diehard Near and Say fan, and so yeah. So feel free to ask questions. By the way, I've always played this, right? At the moment, my thought was, I don't care about what opening you play. I'm just gonna play whatever that makes sense to me, because the only thing I knew at that time was really just Starpoint Joseki. And today I'm gonna go out there and say you need to know some 3-4 Joseki's in order to make you strong, because otherwise you're just gonna be stuck. I could have also played here. This is what I like to do nowadays. A lot has changed, so this is kind of like a nostalgic episode of my own play, really. I would like this opening a lot. And then this is what I usually play now. White tries to get the corner, and black maybe approaches first, and white answers. So black gets the outside by pincering. This is pretty much necessary, and the ladder, of course, works in this case, but white can play one more move. So black, we need to fix the ladder, because otherwise the white just runs out. So, hey, Nomad Farmer, what's going on? This is xhu98 reviewing xhu98's first review. Should be pretty fun. So yeah. So normally this is what I would play now. The game would go like this. I remember back then I was very stubborn. I like to play this near say opening, which is has nothing wrong really, but nowadays you kind of see more of just white answering, black in the mini Chinese, micro Chinese. But because it was 2Q at the time, I didn't really think about it, because I just didn't know that many variations. And it's quite funny actually. We're coming to the tournament in Philadelphia next week. I might not. I have to prepare hard for the Maryland Open. Some of you guys here may have seen me in Boston or Los Angeles or New Jersey, and I was there. So anyway, 34 people would tune in already. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. It's kind of late at night for some of you, but yeah. So of course, new people, feel free to follow. But what I did in the game was this, and I don't know, I kind of regretted that almost. This opening was played. It's called a lay opening. Basically, you play here, and I don't know why it's called a lay opening. Probably because there's this pincer structure. So black, sure thing. 1 o'clock in Germany. Yeah, you guys are really staying out late for this. So black's plan is now that he has the F3 stone, right? It's not easy for white to really kill this stone off, because even if white gets one more move, right? There's still actually white can black can play like C3 in the corner or C6 there. So it's still a lot. You might argue that white even needs like one more move to secure the corner. Not late opening, lay opening. So it's LEI, lay opening. It's kind of a term adapted from Sensei's library. And I just wanted to play it for fun at the time, because I was a 2Q, right? I'm 6th up now, but yeah, it was a long time ago. And basically the essence of that opening was black would play here, so just take the corner. And actually, I don't know how I feel about white, because black has just taken the ideal position on the left. And black can just easily counter pincer in the future. For example, like K3, K4, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was not easy white to expand this. Some of you guys may have seen Li Chongho do L3, this move before. But it's not that efficient, I wouldn't say. It's a 2-space pincer, and it's regarded as slow by some players. xhu98's just follow. Thank you for following so much. Yeah, thank you guys for joining. If this is the first time you're watching me, feel free to follow. Anyway, I've said that too many times. So that was the premise of that opening, but black decided to approach one more. I think at this time of the year, I had no idea what I was really doing. So I just thought, okay, it would be pretty fun to make something like that, to just counterpincer. But it didn't work out either, because right now, what I didn't realize was black can easily counterpincer. And this is something I didn't mention in the review either. I remember thinking about it briefly and just ignoring. How long ago was this game? This game was 2 years ago. So this was back when xhu98 was a 2Q. I climbed like 7, 8 ranks since then. So plenty of room for white to maneuver here. For example, if white just plays this, I think even black doing just this opening can make white feel pretty happy. So for example, white plays here and attaches. The black needs to defend, something like that. And white can just settle on the top side. So this is not that bad for white at all. Actually, this might not even be that worrying, because white can push at the expense of the R14 stone to settle, in case this gets in trouble. So I would say this is not bad opening for white. But see, back then I didn't know the direction of the play. So this was a little bit funny to see now. It's kind of the point of this review, really. To how long was? Yeah, I responded to that already. If I wanted to play here, I should have approached at Q14, or not Q14, R14, right? Because if I play here, I can actually just tanuki, in a sense. So, like for example, I can play here, or I can just respond. Now, this is possible, but not immediately dangerous for white, because white can just attach. So we have lots of these going on. So white can actually live in the corner, which is not that bad. For example, this situation, black, in order to not die, needs to extend, and white can just extend. So this is not a bad outcome for white at all. White has taken the corner, which means I can actually tanuki, or even play here. This is a move preferred by some of the pros. So things changed. Things were a lot different. And black did play here in the game, obviously, which put me in some trouble. So I wasn't sure if this move was good or not in the game. I just thought, you know, like this was good. This was like pros play it, so I just played it. And I remember thinking, what if black just like invades here? The same old question, right? Like, what would happen if all this was the thing? So, yeah, I was kind of worried about that. Black didn't really pounce on white immediately, though. Just took the corner. So this is a pretty standard Joseki, right? Black took the corner. White shouldn't be unhappy with the top side, even though K17 is a little bit awkward. But the move I didn't play in the game because I just played here, I should have played it immediately at F16. And why is that? Because if I play here and black plays here, the best thing I can do is that, right? So it doesn't take a lot for black to really settle to separate on the top side here. Obviously, black's not worried about those. in other words, when you have a 3-space low pincer there, you better worry about security because this stone will have a lot of bad agi if you don't fix, right? At the moment, there doesn't seem to be a lot. Like after this move. Vasco! Welcome. Is the next xhu98's stream. Yes. Some of you may have not seen me for a while. Well, I was streaming last week. Still, it felt like forever ago, but still like a long time. So it's only been a month since off ago, surprisingly. So yeah, the problem here was if I just played here and black played this, I can still jump out. And it's not a worry because it might seem like all of a sudden white's a weak group, right? Well, first of all, it's not that easy to catch. Obviously. Second, this is actually like not a tight pincer. This is loose pincer here. If you look at R14, so it's not directly pressuring white's eye shape. So there's that. By the way, 37 people watching so far. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? It is the first time you're seeing me. Please consider following. You get a special notification by xhu98's senpai there. But even though when he played this game, he was still like very little. Why am I 2Q? Because this was a game from 2 years ago. And I was that was a long time ago, I had to say. Where are my lips? They're fading in my face flesh. Oh my god. I feel like I feel like my lighting in the room is just so bad. I look kind of dead almost. Anyway, this was my very first review on OGS, in case you guys don't know. I was not a streamer by then. If only Pathogenix was here himself, right? That would be cool. That'd be amazing. So we play here. And black counter pincers. Zombie xhu98. So keep as soon as just either row. Just follow. Thank you for following. So black counter pincer, which is a good move here in the game. I would also argue that because black already has like a lot of third line stones, this also works. For example, if white just plays here, black and Hane, white blocks, and then black can play this. Now white cannot Hane because this will be in trouble. Kawakawa is still too, but you're back. Senpai has noticed. Oh my god, I'm go to my portal to read this again. Oh god, I'm just like struggling so hard right now at streaming. Alright, let's see what we got here. You're back. Someone has noticed this again. I thought you didn't love us Friday viewers anymore. You won't leave us again, right? What's next after this review? Well, I was thinking today is just gonna be like a review session, maybe for like an hour or so, and we can look at some of our followers' requests. Maybe even play some games until 9 o'clock. So yeah, you can't replay this. This will be pretty good actually. If white gets that and black gets this, because the stone as on the fourth line, it really makes it a great structure for black to maintain. So white doesn't, let's say white fixes now, black can play here, that's Sente, right? And if you play this, right, immediately this is building up rapidly. there are also things like A, like M17, which we didn't mention, but it could also be like an invasion. So black played here, and then I think at the moment what I thought was there's this proverb which said you should always like press on the stronger side rather than the weaker side. Hey, Jonas David, how's it going? And I followed that proverb. It looks like it's like dead wrong, because even if I just play like this, I won't feel good about the outcome, because black stayed in the corner. Now white has a weak stone at h3, and this potential is being limited because black like still has this. So not a lot claimed by white really in that variation. And even this is painful for me. It would have been a lot different if I just played here and went for this. This won't be a bad game. But at the time, we're just playing Joseki's for the sake of playing Joseki's, and I thought that if I just mash up a lot of like pro moves, I will eventually be winning, right? Because I play like 9 pro moves, right? But I didn't realize there was situational play, so this really sucked, because now I have to just play here maybe instead of for this, because I can get like half the corner. But in the game, my corner was taken as well. Like, not only did I lose the side, my corner was gone. The only consolation prize I had, I remember at the time, was I thought like, okay, I have like E2, right? So I can at least try to kill this black group or something. That's what the books say. But even if that happens, right? Even if I manage to get that point now, it's not that hard for black to escape exactly. And the truth is, white has 2 weak groups, so one of them could die, even under these circumstances. But back then I looked at things differently, so I just thought, oh, this is actually not bad for us, right? So I bent and blocked like this, so essentially preventing white from playing e2. Now if you play this, it doesn't work anymore. So white extends, jumps to the side. And I realized that was also a bad move, because I wanted to get like a little bit more towards the side here. But look, just follow. Thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves so far. And yes, there's one early question in Twitch chat. We can probably get 1 or 2 games today, just among our viewers. So I don't know what I was doing here, because I should have played here. I should have just played at L3. Obviously I was behind at the moment, but at least I could have like just settled. So so I'm not that shattered. Here, black can actually just play this. Baduk. What up? Yeah, how's it going? Greetings. So black can just play here, even though he doesn't need to. Even if white just covers this, black can still try to live in the corner. So it's actually not a huge problem, but rather for black, but rather for white. Black just settled on its side. So I'll say the stuff is going well for black. And the thing was, I didn't really like evaluate the board position after like a game. I just thought that you know, if I kill this dragon, it's gonna be game over, right? That was what I was thinking. So yeah, a lot of things have changed. I could have really pounced on that mistake there by black. This is a slightly bad shape. But at the time I didn't realize. So folks out there, if you have like a structure like this, right? Usually you should probably avoid moves like d12, like next to c14, because there's some agi here, which white can really exploit. So if black blocks, white can just push. God, this brings back memories, man. This brings back so much memories. Even if black plays here, I think black might still be okay, because white can push through, but black will get to get a hang of the 5 stones in the top left. And again, I remember playing this, which is kind of dumb, really. And now I have to show it to like a public audience, right? So this was good at the time. There was a Tsuji of some sort, I hope. But I could have played here, just really give those stones away, and play here. So I was never out of the crisis, even by just capturing those 3 stones. More, this is kind of a bad shape. Like black and this Hane, and white Ataris, black connects. If black blocks, then there's this stuff. But it happens to me so quickly now, but at the time, I remember I couldn't read all of this. It's a little bit funny. So, black here though, which basically allowing me to take those stones. I'm like, thank you, right? Because if black Hanes, then I can cut. This is a good move by black here, just defending the corner. I could have played there, or black could have played there actually to invade white. As I've said before, this F18 move is still urgent because white didn't really take time to fix. Black can now really just press on. Obviously, this won't work because if white just descends at e19, then he has a chance of dying. So he has to almost risk this to offer more resistance. Which is what happened in the game later on, by the way. And I remember playing all of these moves. And I thought those are good probes in the review, and I said that too. So white cuts, black Ataris. And this just doesn't work, right? Because no matter what white does, black can still capture. Black can always capture. So yeah, this is troubling times for white. But yet my opponent played a little bit too conservatively. He could have played at Q17, or even P17 actually, right, just to get Sente. But I was lucky to get Sente there because my moves are actually pretty bad. So this was an interesting fight. As it turns out, I think as before, black should have played here, So it'll be a closer battle. Not saying that white would die for sure, but it's gonna be tough times. 2Q a new account? No, this is not a new account. This is just me reviewing a game from 2 years ago, the vintage xhu98. Okay, so I'll play here. I'll place here. So far so good. I was trying to really kill black almost because I had the mindset of just killing the dragons. That's not it will work. And the fact is, so far I'm not doing that bad, except for the fact that black jumped out, and there's nothing white can really do. So I'm in trouble now, right? I had to jump out. This was a mistake by black though. Probably should have just played this first to prevent the tragedy in black's left side from happening. Maybe just play here. There's MacLeod, just follow. Thank you for following. How are you guys doing? It's so hot in here in this room. I don't understand why. It is really hot. Like, I guess we're back to summer again. So this will be really hard for me, but in the game, white just took that. There's a small mistake made by black here, which caused some damage. So H14 and J15 are both cut off. Hugo vs. HQ, was this an unranked game? Actually, this was a ranked game, believe it or not. I think this was in the ladder or something. But I'm pretty sure this was ranked, yeah. So if I played here, I thought, well, now here's my chance, right? And how I win my games. Because by taking chances, I'm gonna be able to attack, able to take points away. So all that exchange was actually Sente. Because black spent the move here, fixing at B3. Which I don't think he should have done, you know, but his priority is to get this. How did 2Q versus AQ at a fair game or reasonable? It doesn't really matter. Actually, pathogenix did have good ideas, and he could have made them to work. That's from the past now. So, yeah, this is black's only strategy here really is to just try to attack white. That. Because now the problem for white is, even though white has like captured loads of stones on the left side, my central group is pretty weak. Like my central to top group. Which part of the game do you feel strongest at? I feel strongest mid game, close to end game. But yeah, my mid game I think I do okay. And I play this in the game as well. Like this is so bad, right? Normally, when you try to build up this kind of thing, just remember that you're not trying to make your opponent stronger. What I should have done instead is to just push on, and black had not cut on because otherwise he'll be killed. And if black actually doesn't hide, if black actually jumps out, then you'll be a lot better here. To ask you for like small things such as like the 2 stones by playing here. It doesn't really matter though, as long as you are self-connected. So white plays at L15. Basically, in the stone away, my hope was that maybe I can like lead him in a bulky shape or some sort. That was my plan. So I tried it, and this was slightly damaging to the center, I must admit. Like here, if pathogenix had just given up like the central stones, like the first, like those stones, I wouldn't say it's bad. Plus, it's actually kind of hard. But usually, I just wanted to kill everything. So this is kind of funny because you guys now see that xhu98 messes up majorly too. So I actually really tried to kill this group with my bare hands in the center. It was really funny because this was what I played like ever since I was single digit queue. People knew me for like xhu98 the Dragon Slayer. And it's pretty funny. So I didn't think I could just kill him, but that's what I've been following the Incup, the Trust Clam some games at GF Files right now. Actually, tell you what, tomorrow at 8 o'clock Pacific time, there's going to be an AJ stream with Andrew Jackson and Minwon Kim. Did I just say I was a 7-digit queue? Oh god. I must have been tired. I had a really busy day today. I'm actually like exhausted, but I'm still here streaming. Oh well. So yeah. But black played here, which is a mistake. I remember doing that. Just cut directly. Which is good timing here because black had to either fix this or fix that, which is not a pleasant shape, obviously, but still livable. When black played here, though, I decided that it was too much. Oh, that's what you heard? Oh god. But see, you see, at this moment, I was eager to take those stones, and then I realized it was not important at all because when you capture like an opponent stone in the center, like that at L10, it really is a lot of thickness if it works, right? For example, black can just play here, forcing white to make all those like moves in the center. It's kind of different. So, yeah. Black tried to kill me. I should have exchanged this earlier. Because the difference here is when I play like this, black can actually just wedge. Not wedge, just climb from there. And then if I try to get that, there might be a cove. So the timing is different. It's important though because when I play here, like black has to answer, right? Basically. But now I just get everything. So it's kind of like I played here first and then black connected the O2, even though I spent like one move at M1. This is still pretty nice for me. So I should have played that. I think at the time I was just eager to kill. Like I was just sneering at my opponent, like look how many stones I've killed already, and then I realized it's not the case because like sure you get a lot of points from killing stones, but that's not the entire thing. So I started developing like a more global sense of the board almost. So Black, knowing that, decided to try to kill me. I know this sounds a little bit ridiculous at first, but maybe I should have just played here, jump out or something. Now this is when I look at the game, I'm not like a 6 dan. What I see differently from when I was 2Q. I actually recommend a lot of people to do it, just like reviewing your own games like a long time later. I hope Pixeland is actually do it because it's pretty amazing to see how much you've progressed. And that kind of stuff can only be observed by you. Like and anyone else doing it doesn't replace the experience. I tried to live here though. I think at the time I just didn't really realize the danger of it. Like for example, H5 was kind of a bit of a stupid cut because I thought that this would work. Well, first of all, I can potentially play this. Even if this works, right? I don't have to take away any damage. So yeah. Oh, you know, I've looked at a couple 2+0 games lately as a teaching experience. Okay, homework for everybody. If you're watching this right now, just go ahead and like find a game of your choosing that has to be Go, and something that's valuable to you. Just review it. So yeah, I was worrying about the possibility of getting killed here. I kept losing eye shape too. So now when Black plays here, I'm actually in trouble, right? Because if you look at this eye shape here, like well, I can certainly play this, but now it might be a little bit too late. For example, something like this, right? I actually play so bad in this game though. So I was worried about my life and death. What if you're on a win streak? Should I still? Yes. You should still review, but maybe like if you've been playing Go for a while, you should probably pick something that's like a lot different from your previous experiences. Anyway, enough talking gibberish here. I played here. I tried to Hane, find my way out. I remember both of us were trying so hard about like just capturing and living this group. I think Black could play here, which would be a better option. So when White plays here, this is still like difficult. For example, Black can play this. If, for example, I'm saying too many for examples, because this is just one out of the many branches, right? Like White can play here, Black can play this, and White still doesn't have 2 eyes. Curiously enough, and that would take a lot. I mean, like a lot of Sabaki play. So I'm not going to cover here today, but I think it was doable for this game. Just by separating the shape. So yeah, after this, I realized that I kept making like unnecessary exchanges, such as G3. I just wanted to get some eye space. But having like rising by 8 ranks now. I would still say I'll play like more confidently if I were given a chance to play it again. But this is what self-reviewing teaches you, right? So Black connects, White Ataris tries to live. Here Black has an important chance. This is obviously the better option here. We're gonna just go for that. What I've learned from over the years, though, is if you are Black right now, what you can do is actually you can just build some influence. So let's say if you do that, right, in xhu98's, that's a little bit easier. Because now when I go in for the kill, it's hard because Black has stones around already. So in order to make some eye shape there, I need to try very, very, very diligently. For example, if I play this, then Black can just jump. Something I never thought about before, you know? But yeah, so I lived in Zeki. And I don't know if I would do that again. Like I should have just played here, for example. What am I worried about, right? If they want to take your 2 stones and just give them 2 stones and take away 1. So this kind of reading ability really depends on like whether or not you'll be able to take risks. So sometimes like you actually want to avoid complications, but now I don't see a way. It's going to be problematic for White. And of course there's this, which didn't work really. And Black now doing the preparation for the wrong reasons because even though those are xhu98, this is like still Seki, right? So Black plays here. This is still Seki, even if White doesn't respond. So Black has some shape problems. But I think, looking at this game, like, wow, this is completely not what I reviewed before. I thought I was in pretty good shape, and then realized I was not in the opening. So, the game ended with something like this. So, White wedges is a good move. Now there's a double Atari. If you just block here, then we have a double Atari. Another thing I could have done was obviously just play this. And does that work? Yeah, it's complicated, man. It's complicated. Anyway, that could have been a life. But here's when I used the strategy really well, because if Black just attacks Atari's like you might think he does, White can just extend. So Black plays here, White plays here, Black is dead. Same with this case, really. For example, when something like this happens, and then your opponent plays here, you can still like Atari your way out. Maybe Atari this first. So yeah, try to death for Black there. Today's lecture is a little bit short. I know it's kind of like 15 minutes long, but let me know if this like length is okay. Definitely, if you have any questions, let me know. Oh, oops. But this was a quick review of me reviewing my first review. And it was quite fun. I was 2Q. Then I realized a lot of things I said before were kind of wrong, or at least misleading in some way. But that was because I was 2Q, and I decided to do a sort of lecture almost. I think I can show you guys the forums. Oh my god, and my green screen is spelling. So, shucks. I can even show you my first review here. Like this. And that was the very beginning of how I got started. So, and I remember I feel so good about it because I got like 5 likes, right? Like all of a sudden people appreciate me. Huh? Oh yeah, that was me last year. So I definitely recommend everyone out there to do reviews for other people. Maybe just even like review your own game, and it can be quite helpful. So today's short lecture here, I just want to show one of my previous games. It wasn't like the best pro game by any standards, but it's still pretty good. I thought you might enjoy. So right now I'm open to any questions, but if there isn't any, we're gonna play some games. So hopefully that's working out all right for us. Obviously I'm a little bit tired. We'll see how we do. We'll see how we do. Skillcubits.com. Yeah.